Well, game 3, you know, this is a pivotal game in any 5-game series. It really puts the other team on its heels.
In many cases, you'd say that Orlando has regained the home court advantage, but not when you talk about Charlotte. Eldon Campbell, his first shot won't go. P.J. Brown, the offensive rebound. Rush to follow. George Lynch battling, and McGrady comes up with it. Good hustle from P.J. Brown, although Orlando has the ball. First shot for McGrady. Ball tipped. David Wesley almost came up with it. Grant knocks down the first shot of the game.
Well, that's what they need from Horace Grant. Try and open up that middle, be able to step out on the floor and knock down those short jumpers.
As much as McGrady and Davis have really upped their level of play, it's players like Grant for Orlando, Pat Garrity, and Eldon Campbell for Charlotte that really need to have big games in supporting roles.
Yeah, they each need to have their guys step up. In any playoff series, the main guys can do their part, but usually you're going to have a good production off your bench and off your other starters.
And Darrell Armstrong puts it in. He's been shooting very well in this series, 56% from the field.
You know, if these point guards for Orlando, they come in waves at Baron Davis, try and put pressure on him to play a full 48 minutes.
And again, what you talked about just moments ago with McGrady, he's on Baron Davis. Nice entry pass to Campbell, and an easy 2 for Eldon Campbell. And that's what makes his back such a real concern, because he's got to be guarding Baron Davis, who's so quick and strong. It was more like sometimes road games at home. Monty Williams has it blocked, but goes right back and puts it in. Monty Williams has had a solid start to the series.
Well, they're the only team in the league, Charlotte, that has a better away record than they do a home record.
Campbell aggressive early once again, and Eldon Campbell already with 4 points.
Well, that's got to just shoot right over him.
Nice move from Baron Davis. Plenty of contact.
What an example of his body control and strength. That explosion to the rim for a great finish.
The thing about Davis and Wesley, they're not the tallest guards, but they've got so much strength as McGrady puts it in.
Well, even there, McGrady catching in that mid-post, raises up over George Lynch, who he's got a few inches on, and makes the jump shot look real easy.
4 points from McGrady. 5-point Magic lead. We've played 4 minutes. The Hornets have not shot the ball well in this series. Oh, a pretty move, but he just couldn't finish it. He wanted another foul. Armstrong releasing. Great hustle from Wesley to stop an easy 2 points.
You see right here, Davis turning the corner, shakes one big man, then explodes high, takes the contact, and then finishes. And McGrady, now he's in that mid-post range, gets it at the elbow, just raises up over George Lynch, who's got a couple of inches on, and makes that shot look awful easy.
Pat Garrity. Nice adjustment from Garrity in the air. Garrity, one of those guys invisible in game 1, didn't score, then not a big game 2. Well, offensive foul.
To go from 0 points to 18 points, that was a major adjustment in their game. I think they made a conscious effort to try and get Garrity more shots and get him more involved in their offense.
Timeout call, and the crowd going wild.
Doc Rivers calls Garrity the spirit of their team, and here he's right into the spirit of things in the playoffs, making his first jump shot, and then he comes right back on the other end of the play and takes a charge.
The Hornets shooting 39% for the series. They're 3 for 10 to start game 3. Tracy McGrady and the Orlando Magic off to a good start in game 3. His coach Doc Rivers impressed with McGrady for a lot of reasons, and he's impressed that McGrady is downplaying his back injury.
People really don't know how injured he is. I mean, he's struggling to move, yet he still does it. He has the ability, like most great players, to rise to the occasion, no matter how they're feeling. He's been able to do that for the team. I think the fact that he does that helps the team just by the message he's sending to them, not verbally, about what he's doing.
Well, you know, Doc's talking about the example, the great players, the Magic Johnsons, the Michael Jordans, day in and day out, they do the things that are special. And you see in the series so far, game 1 to game 2, McGrady's numbers increase because after a loss, your star player is going to step up. And he stepped up in scoring and rebounding in game 2.
And again, those numbers don't bring into account his defensive prowess, which is a big part of his game. McGrady blows past George Lynch. Wow.
You know, these guys with their bad backs, you watch. They're not going to go towards the contact. They're going to try and beat the guy's baseline for the easy scores. You saw
101 minutes and the Charlotte Hornets have only had the lead in 17 of those minutes.
See right there, McGrady takes that baseline drive and finishes strong.
Campbell picks up his second foul. That's big, and Jamal McGlure will come in.
Well, that really is, because Eldon Campbell, is a main focal point of their offense. He's a guy that is going to try and push the issue in the low post for them.
McGrady hits the jumper. His outside shot is underrated. He's really improved on that.
He's got a beautiful stroke, and he's got a great rhythm and form on it, and he can take it out to three or take it in close.
P.J. Brown comes back and answers. You'll watch with Eldon Campbell out, and Mashburn, of course, not here. P.J. Brown's the type of play. He realizes those things, and he's going to probably look to score more.
He stepped up big in the fourth quarter of game 2. He had 9 straight points.
McGlure falls down on Armstrong. Unintentional. As Armstrong, if anyone can take it, it's Darrell Armstrong.
Well, he got the penetration. They grab him for a jump ball, and then he winds up flattening him like a pancake right here.
He got tripped up. I don't know what they're going to call.
They're calling a flagrant foul.
A technical on McGlure.
Oh, gosh.
I don't agree with that.
Hey, whoever goes up 2-1 is going to be in the driver's seat.
We're hearing MVP chants from the crowd. He's heard that various portions of the season. It's a good, very active and loud crowd, at least in the opening minutes for the Magic's first home playoff game this season.
Defender as well as low post.
Again, the shot clock winds down. Davis knocks it in. Baron Davis pulls the Hornets within 12.
See, the other thing that Charlotte is trying to do right now is they're trying to establish where Baron Davis is guarded by Armstrong.
McGrady gets the foul. Shot won't go. And Augmon just got a piece of the arm. Augmon now guarding Tracy McGrady. That's his first.
So McGrady's being guarded by Darrell Armstrong right here. They got the matchup they want. He shakes them and bakes them, puts it in a three-pointer. And now I would not be surprised to see him come back with a couple of plays where he goes into the low post against Darrell Armstrong.
3 shots from the free throw line. It was a 3-point attempt. So McGrady with his first, can't get it to go. The question, of course, where's Walton? Log on to NBA.com to find out where Bill will be on Monday. Follow the Where's Walton NBA Playoffs 2002 Love It Live Tour on NBA.com. You've seen those tie-dye shirts he's been handing out?
I've seen those. I have one.
One more.
It's become a sickness with Bill.
If you've been spent any time in Portland, you've got to have one of those shirts.
One of my favorite parts of the season is when the fans didn't want the Bill Walton doll in Portland. Of course, we don't want fans to throw anything, but that day in Portland against the Lakers as McGrady knocks it down. Speaking of Portland, they're down 0-2 in that series. Game 3 coming up tomorrow on NBC. 13-point lead for the Magic.
Here we see Davis going right down into the low post.
McGlure sets the pick. Grant picks him up. He gets up nice and high in his jumper.
How much time does he take to shoot that shot? I mean, he's got great elevation, and there's no pickup. They think they've got that advantage with Mashburn out of the lineup. They've got more scoring points.
McGrady knocks down another. Tracy McGrady now 4 of 7 from the field. Miller stripped by Augmon. Nice pass ahead to Davis. He has plenty of time.
Oh my! What elevation and what a finish! You know, Miller turned that corner. He thought he was wide open and beat the defender. And out of nowhere, again, Stacey Augmon with those long arms comes away with a clean strip.
A 17-4 run in the last 5 minutes, and that man Stacey Augmon, a very big part of the turnaround for the Charlotte Hornets. Augmon only played 6 minutes, but he made a huge difference.
Again, Stacey, Mike Miller had already turned the corner. Stacey got hung up on the pick, reached his arms around, and just took the ball away from Mike Miller.
Augmon, the super sub, to slow down Tracy McGrady and the Magic. We're tied after the first. First quarter done of game 1, or game 3, of course. Series tied at 1 apiece. As Tracy McGrady and Baron Davis have both started strong for their respective teams.
Davis, the shake and bake move for a jump shot on the outside versus Armstrong. Then gets into the open court, and I don't know if his back's hurting him too much on that play. Tracy McGrady establishes mid-range post on George Lynch, and then he takes it to the basket for a strong finish, beating his defender on the baseline.
Davis misses the free throw, and McGlure runs it down. That's a three. Oh, Baron Davis knocks it down.
Another offensive rebound right in the heart.
14 points for Baron Davis, 9-point Charlotte lead. Miller can't connect. Trail of the rebound. What a turnaround in a blink of an eye. Boy, Davis just, again, it's not like these guys are using excuses. Their backs have been really bothering them, but it doesn't look like it's having any effect at all on either one of them.
He's very lively today.
Puts it in again, Baron Davis.
And you can see that bounce in his step right now and a little pullback on his jump shot. The confidence he has. When he's shooting his ball, he knows it's going in.
This is a 25-point turnaround in 7 minutes. McGrady misses.
It was a great move on Augman.
And Augman wisely pulls it back out. An 11-point lead for Charlotte, after Orlando had led by 14. McGlure. Boy, Baron Davis doing everything for the Hornets.
See, the double team came even before he put the ball on the floor, which allowed him to see his guys making their cuts to the basket. Orlando did not do a good job of picking up the cutter there, and he gets an easy basket. Davis, off that offensive rebound, gets a wide open three and buries it. And then off the dribble, raises up again, showing such confidence in that jump shot.
20 straight points by the Charlotte Hornets. Magic still haven't scored here in the second quarter, and they find themselves down 13. During that last timeout, Doc Rivers blistered his Magic, yelling at him as they were hanging their heads, "Get your heads up," and let his team know he was not happy. Look at the turnaround in this game.
You know, Charlotte has had to come from large deficits in the first 2 ball games, and they came from one in this game. Now it's Orlando the one that has to step up and make the run.
Charlotte's biggest lead in the first 2 games was 4. As Orlando, as you mentioned, had the double-digit leads in both games 1 and 2, but not the case here in game 3. And the Magic came out so strong. What's been the difference, Mike?
Well, I think that the Charlotte bench has come in and locked them down defensively. They've had a great lift from guys like, Stacey, Augman, and McGlure's done a nice job for them. And Baron Davis has just found his range.
Well, that basket by Armstrong ends the 20-0 run that spanned over 2 quarters as Augman misfires McGrady the rebound.
You know, the other factor here is Orlando has haven't had a real low post game or presence so far.
They've got a big team out there. McGrady goes right at McGlure. How do you stop that?
You know, his ability to just stretch out and finish with both hands, use that great length.
He's got 15 of their 31.
Well, he needs some help right here. Somebody else has got to step up in this game. Nobody from the Orlando team has been there for him.
Meanwhile, Paul Silas doesn't like the last couple of buckets, and he calls timeout.
McGrady again beating him baseline. Sends him to the shot blocker, who can't elevate as high as McGrady can at the guard spot.
Doc Rivers very upset during the last timeout. Feels a little better now. The 20-0 run is over, but his team is still down by 9. 9-point lead for the Charlotte Hornets, but Tracy McGrady starting to get back in the flow, Mike.
Well, McGrady all game long has been in these isolation situations where he's trying to spread the court and open it up for himself and his teammates. Right there he catches and shoots. Here he doesn't use the pick that's coming. He's going to drive it baseline, try and get the easy score. Gets to the rim and finishes there. Again, another isolation on the weak side. They're trying to give him as much room as he can, and he knocks down the open jump shot. But right now, he's the only guy operating for them. They need somebody to step up.
On track, throws it away. Wesley to the trailer. Oh, worked to perfection.
You know, not to bring this up again because we're talking about this back situation, but you know, if I'm Baron Davis with a bad back, I'd calm it down a little bit on some of these finishes.
It's a good point because, I mean, the adrenaline's flowing now, but you could do damage. Davis misses the layup. Wesley right there. Tries it again, and McGrady comes away with it. That's the kind of play that will drive Doc Rivers nuts because Wesley just out-hustled the Magic to that ball.
I was wrong. Baron Davis should go dunk all those shots.
Hudson gets his first field goal. Boy, this pace has really picked up in the second quarter. He wasn't happy with either call. McGrady, Lynch plays him beautifully, and McGrady puts it in. And a foul.
What a finish by Tracy McGrady.
Lynch was draped all over him.
How could he play him any better defensively? I mean, he drives him baseline right here, and then he elevates. Lynch is right there with him. McGrady's behind the backboard when he shoots that ball. All right, I'm a pretty good horse player, but I'm going to take an H on that.
These two young All-Stars are putting on a show here in this first half. 18 for Baron Davis, and Tracy McGrady with 17. And the Magic back within 7.
Magic playing small are going to put some pressure on it, on Charlotte. They're looking at David Wesley with Baron Davis out of the game. They don't think they handle the ball as well right now with this lineup, so they're going to try and extend the pressure. Armstrong
doing a good job extending there. Stacey Augmon has been a key player in this game. Campbell left open.
Boy, that was a nice find by Stacey. He's got the little guy down, Hudson in the low post. The double teams came early before he ever put the ball down, so he sees them coming, and he picks and chooses who he's going to find on the weak side.
Augmon, the unsung hero. That's a 3. McGrady from all over the court. 21 points here in the first half.
Open, have not been able to deliver.
Magic shooting 45%. And a foul away from the ball. This is going to go against Darrell Armstrong. And Louis Grillo telling the players, knock it off. I don't want to hear it anymore. 6-point Charlotte lead. 2.5 to play in the second.
But this guy's still putting up, against even a really good defense, he's putting up tremendous numbers.
McGrady's back on Davis. Augmon knocks down the shot.
Boy, that's a big bonus for you. I mean, Stacey's got that ability. When he gets his feet set to knock down those medium-range jump shots.
Well, he's got a lot of playoff experience, of course, in many big games as a collegian. Always plays with poise. Grant puts it in. Grant 2 for 2 from the field. Rebounding, Charlotte leading 24-17. And again, offensive rebounds have been a big plus for them. McGrady drew the foul, and he took a shot, and he'll go to the line.
Well, he did a great job of just attacking that baseline.
He released it earlier than Campbell expected.
And the shot blocker gets there a little bit late. Gets by Stacey Augmon on the first step, and then Campbell stuck inside the box, so he can't take a charge. And he winds up fouling him. He had to go for the block shot.
And Campbell, with 8 points, he's 4 of 6 from the field, but now with 3 fouls, he's going to sit down. And Brady went over to the bench just to check after taking that shot to the face.
And be able to find their range.
4 seconds, plenty of time to get off a quality shot. Armstrong does a good job putting pressure on Wesley and knocks it away. Wesley will not get a shot off in time. And that will end the first half. A wild roller coaster ride. Orlando jumped out quick. They went up by as many as 14. Then Charlotte went on a 20-0 run, led by as many as 13. And it's a 5-point game at halftime. The two stars putting on just brilliant displays here in the first half. Baron Davis and Tracy McGrady. McGrady with 23 points in the opening 2 quarters. Wesley for Baron Davis side. Ball knocked away. He wanted a foul, but he kind of forced the issue there.
So that's a nice no-look pass from McGrady.
That's a 3. Grant tips it out to Garrity. That's a 3. Garrity from downtown. His first 3-pointer of the game.
Well, he needed that. That's a big shot for this whole Orlando Magic team. They get him on track, get him loose for a couple of open shots.
And it's a 1-point game. Armstrong doing an excellent job trying to deny David Wesley. Davis for 3. And Garrity the rebound.
Orlando's changing the momentum of the game right now with their defense.
Williams against P.J. Brown. knocks it down, and the Magic have regained the lead. 6 straight points to start the third quarter. And the crowd very much back in it. P.J. Brown, offensive foul. That's 4 on P.J. Brown.
Williams makes a nice drawn kick. Armstrong reverses it one more time around and gets Horace on the baseline for that wide open Jay.
McGrady doubled. Armstrong inside. Monty Williams reverse side. Monty Williams coming out strong in the third quarter.
Well, the Orlando starters are getting back into the column now. McGrady's starting to find some of that support that he desperately needed in the first half.
Some of the Hornets don't even hear the whistle. It's gotten so loud here as Charlotte has called timeout. P.J. Brown still talking about that last offensive foul call. Armstrong with good penetration and an 8-0 run to start the third quarter for Orlando. Track the trail of the rebound.
Orlando could be up about 15 points. They can just knock down the open threes that they normally hit.
It has been a game of runs. I know the NBA is all about runs, but they're taking it to an extreme here this afternoon. Wesley, finally, David Wesley gets his first field goal.
He's much better going that way. Coming off the screen and squaring with his left shoulder first.
Wesley averaged over 14 a game during the regular season. Monty Williams again.
Again, that's a tough matchup right now. Tractor trailer on Monty Williams. Williams is good off the dribble. He's getting an elbow catch. He's got the ability to attack him either right or left.
Williams had a career playoff high 14 points in game 1. And he's got 7 here in game 3. Davis against McGrady. High archer.
That was great defense by Tracy McGrady.
Davis for 3. Not even close. And Lynch the offensive rebound.
Offensive boards coming into play again.
Wesley with a hand in his face.
Well, if you give a team 3 shots, they're going to make one of them.
Wesley back-to-back jumpers. McGrady in transition. Blocked by Trail over to goaltend.
Well, I'm surprised. McGrady made the contact first on the play and then tried to finish after. Didn't get the call on the bump, but it does get the call on the trailer block. I think that was a good call by the official.
Hits the glass first.
For the Charlotte Hornets.
McGrady drive past Lynch. Tries reverse and draws the foul. Traylor came over to help out. And 2 free throws is Robert Traylor.
Well, you see with McGrady being guarded by Lynch, every time McGrady feels that, he's trying to attack him quickly. He doesn't want to let Lynch use his strength against him. So he's attacking him on the baseline where the help is going to be late.
Now they call the foul on Lynch, so Lynch has 3. 3 on Lynch, 3 on Campbell, 4 on Brown, and McGrady has 26 points. Lee Nailon will come in. Let's check in with Chris Raggy. Chris?
All right, Michael, thank you very much. Have a pretty good seat over here, as you can see. Patrick Ewing, rather than sitting on the bench, has decided to do what a lot of guys around the league will do. When they're not out on the floor, come on over here and stay warm. It ain't a bad way to go. Patrick Ewing also has a pretty good seat. If we could just get the guys in front of him here to keep in their seats, although it is tough with an up-and-down game right now. But Patrick Ewing over here on the stationary bike, keeping warm, making sure the injury bug stays away from his body. Mike, back to you.
Ewing playing 5 minutes in the first half, Chris. Campbell. Tough shot from Campbell. Lynch deflects it. Here comes Monty Williams. Ahead to Armstrong. Armstrong for 3.
That was a quick pull-up Jay right there. Williams had 3 defenders around him, and he threaded the needle right to Armstrong for that 3-point shot.
A 9-0 run for the Orlando Magic. 8-point Magic lead. Davis goes at McGrady on the pull-up. Tipped up and in. Lynch with a nice play.
Tracy McGrady's done a great job of helping shut down Wesley because he's playing Baron Davis as a point guard. And every pass to Wesley, he's following that pass and recovering back to Davis in time. He's keeping Wesley from coming off those screens and getting shots.
McGrady. That shot contested nicely by Lynch. Ball tipped. Here comes Davis. Magic have outscored the Charlotte Hornets 19-8. Davis banks it in. So after struggling early, Baron Davis with a tough shot. That's his first field goal of the third quarter. Davis had one of those all-around games. 20. Let's watch Baron Davis after this last play. Watch after. Again, the back hasn't looked like it's bothered him all that much. He's just going with abandon.
Well, when you spin and twist as much as he does.
And there. That's really the first time we've seen him.
My back hurts me from watching him do it.
Tracy McGrady, brilliant in the first half. He's getting help in the second half, Mike.
Well, it's been the story. He kept his team close in that first half. Now he's getting the other guys to step up. You see Garrity with the 3, Harshgrant with the 2, Armstrong dishing to Monty Williams, and a finish there. And this is what he needs. He needs these guys to step up and let him do the focal point, but let them step up and be hard on him.
Everybody doing the job to help out McGrady. There you see he's still had that dominant first half, but Darryl Armstrong and his teammates doing the job. Monty Williams, his energy to start this third quarter has been a big part of what the Magic have done.
He's done it when
it comes to help out. Monty Williams again. Williams gets inside. Oh, Monty Williams having a terrific third quarter, and the Magic lead by 9. Nearly coming up with a steal.
Those long arms every time.
Mike Miller, you see back in the game. Nalon settles for the jumper and knocks it down. Lee Nalon now in double figures, and the Hornets have scored 6 straight.
Well, Nalon scored 6 straight, and he's got that ability. He led the NCAA in scoring his senior year at TCU.
He's 4 of 6 from the field. Shot clock is turned off. Final seconds, third quarter. Garrity, McGlure. Davis wants to fire it up. And good attempt. Some guys won't take that attempt. It affects their field goal percentage. Davis doesn't care. He says, hey, I've got some time. Let's take a shot.
You know, that is my biggest peeve in the game when you're particularly in the playoffs and you've got opportunity to make a shot, whether it's 3 seconds, 3/10 of a second, whatever it is, you've got to take that shot for the team.
We'll be right back after these messages and a word from your local stations. You're watching the NBA on R1G3.
Everybody, where you want to go? Every rebound, match up, get back. Every loose ball right now. Got it, Mike? Come on now. We need you right now, Mike. We need you.
Doc Rivers says his influence in coaching. Mike Fratello taught him about teaching. Pat Riley taught him about the will to win. Larry Brown, attention to detail. All guys, big influences on him. A little bit of Riley in that huddle there.
Well, you heard him urging Mike Miller to step up right now. Mike, hasn't been up to the top of his game because of the ankle sprain that he suffered during the regular season, but they need him in this fourth quarter.
He's out there guarding Augman now. Nalon with the jumper. Short that time, and Patrick Ewing the rebound. Nearly stolen by Nalon. Here comes Hudson. Hudson, nice crossover move. Oh, beautiful move from Hudson. Ewing the help defense. Davis, nice feed into McGlure. And a foul, Jamal McGlure. Chance for a 3-point play. That's a tough pass for Davis to get.
Boy, that was a great pass. I mean, for him, he threaded the needle on that through 2 or 3 defenders.
Reed, his 4th foul.
He's got Ewing. He's got double teamed, and he finds him on the weak side, and Reed comes over and bumps him, and he's still able to finish the play.
Jamal McGlure hits the free throw.
He's got a nice little touch for a big man at the free throw line.
Patrick Ewing wanted that one. A little frustrated after it went down. Davis lost it on the way up. P.J. Brown inside. Oh, tough shot, won't go. Fight for the board. Ewing to Davis. McGrady pokes it away, but Wesley with the hustle to get it back. Inside McGlure.
Nice pass by P.J. Brown going at the big man who dropped the bounce pass on him for the easy score.
Troy Hudson, that's a 2.
Invariably, when a scorer gets an easy basket, as Hudson did a little while ago, gets that layup, next thing you know, he bangs down a 3.
all tied at 73. Still very early in the fourth. Wesley open three.
You know, right there, Stacey Augman's matchup with Hudson in the post drew a double team, and he did a good job of finding Wesley on the weak side wide open.
David Wesley scoreless in the first half. Now we have a foul as McGrady went, and he got hit again in the face. We'll have timeout. And a lot of hustle from both teams in the last couple of minutes.
Again, McGrady sticking that long paw in there, knocking the ball free.
Wesley keeping it alive. That ultimately set that up. But David Wesley coming alive for the Charlotte Hornets. The Hornets continue to struggle shooting 39%. But they've got a 3-point lead here early in the fourth of game 3. Tracy McGrady, hard drive to the basket. They call the foul on Augman, and then watch the arm to the face of Tracy McGrady. McGlure with a hard foul there.
You know, in many situations, that could have been a flagrant foul. A blow to the head like that. Other than the referee blew the whistle first on Augman, I think everybody else kind of relaxed and didn't watch the rest of the play.
You see the difference in the second half. Part of
showed a low post play, but quickly swung the ball around, looking for Armstrong coming out the weak side.
16 points, 7 assists for Darrell Armstrong. Augman's played a lot of big minutes for the Hornets without Mashburn. And he has rewarded Paul Silas's confidence in him. Stacey Augman now with 6 points. His number's not going to tell you the story of how he's played. 6 points, 4 rebounds. McGrady knocked away, lost his balance. Davis.
He cleared Garrity out like a fullback. Garrity's coming to make the play. He bumps him off, then goes up for the finish. Showed you his strength and ability to get to the rim.
And a block shot from Jamal McGlure.
Okay, here he comes in the open court. He sees the seam. He wants to attack. Here comes Garrity. Excuse me, get out of my way, please. And then I will go in and finish. Nice job.
Timeout Orlando. Davis close to a triple-double. 22 points, 8 assists, 8 rebounds. Hornets by 4.
And, you know, they've got to do the job here in Orlando.
Davis, the floater. Pretty play from Baron Davis.
That was a terrific shot. Over an extended hand of Tracy McGrady with that size. Baron Davis shows his great touch. 20. Look at this move by Baron Davis. Gets into the lane, explodes up with a quick jump before McGrady can get up there to block the shot. He releases and he finishes for 2 points.
Augman, tough pass into McGlure, and he falls down. He slipped. He wanted some contact. He felt Grant bumped him. Darrell Armstrong. Grant. Garrity for 3. Pat Garrity downtown. 2-point game.
Tell you what, if he gets enough of those kind of looks, you know he's going to bang down a few of those. That was a great touch pass by Armstrong from the top.
This crowd has been very vocal all afternoon. P.J. Brown. Oh, tough shot for P.J. Brown.
It's a very tough shot for P.J. That was good defense on him in the low post.
Brown has battled some foul problems this afternoon. He now has 12 points. 5 players in double figures for the Charlotte Hornets, playing without Jamal Mashburn. McGrady knocks it down. Of course, Orlando doesn't want to hear that. They're playing without Grant Hill. That's what they always say.
Yeah, well, the Magic there, they went to the pick and roll with 1 and 2 because they knew that Charlotte more than likely would switch it, and that gave McGrady, Baron Davis on him, who he could score over easier in the low post than Stacey Augman.
32 for McGrady. McGlure. Grant defended him well.
Got Garrity again as a trailer.
Davis was aware of that. Hudson nearly lost it. Armstrong for 3. And Augman the rebound. The crowd ready to explode on that one.
Round ball game here today. And he's got great enthusiasm and passion for this game and the playoff format.
He also has 0 turnovers. McGrady on the pull-up. Tough shot, Tracy McGrady. Magic within 2.
They keep running plays where McGrady
2-1 lead in this best-of-5 series.
You're going to see Davis go to that pick and roll again.
Augman has Armstrong on him. He's double teamed and puts it in.
That is a big shot for Stacey Augman. You know, they kept the McGrady matchup on Davis there and had Augman on, Armstrong on Augman. He's able to shoot over him.
Hudson nearly loses it, somehow gets it back to McGrady. Armstrong to Grant, fumbled it. Shot clock winding down, that's a three. Bang! Tie game. Points for Tracy McGrady.
Well, that set these fans. McGrady here, maybe the biggest shot of his career right there. Three-pointer down the stretch, tie this ball game up.
51.9 seconds remaining. Magic and Hornets tied at 92. Series tied at 1. We'll be back after these messages and a word from your local station. We'll take it here on the near sideline. McGrady is guarding Baron Davis. Davis at the buzzer. No, yes, no, it's waved off. Bernie Fryer says no, it will not count. He was waving immediately.
Oh,
it was so close.
My goodness.
Bernie Fryer says no. And we're going to overtime for the second straight game.
What Bernie Fryer is going to say is that Baron Davis didn't shoot the ball straight, that he's going to have like a kind of a double clutch.
The key is listen for the buzzer. Now, he gets it off. He gets it off according to the clock there. The key, the officials on this play go by the buzzer.
That shot was off in plenty of time. I mean, there's time on the clock. There's no question about that. From that standpoint, the replay shows it.
Fryer right away waved it off. As the ball was in the air, he was waving it off. Now, let's listen for the clock. The sound of the buzzer. That's not even close.
It really isn't. I don't know. I mean, all I can think of is that when Baron Davis caught that ball in the air, he kind of gave a quick hitch on his shot, but he...
For Bernie Fryer right now, he's got to focus and not think about that call. He just has to officiate this overtime and stay with the game. That's tough to shake if you're an official. Wesley misfires. Augman the rebound. Another offensive board. Baron Davis for three. And that one will count. 27 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists for Baron Davis. Of course, the Magic dominated the overtime in Game 2. That in Charlotte. Hudson left-handed. Plenty of contact. Davis with the rebound. And a foul called on Pat Garrity on the entry pass.
Foul on Pat Garrity. Yes,
double team in a low post, kicking out to Baron Davis, who drains back-to-back threes. But only one of them counted.
The official, first thing they'll do when this game's over is look at the tape right away. P.J. Brown is fouled, and he goes crashing. Bodies on the floor, including Darrell Armstrong.
You take the ball out of bounds. The inbounder's the most dangerous guy. Augman throws the ball in, gets a quick return, attacks the rim, and does a nice job of finding P.J. Brown on the run. Keep running pick and rolls, trying to knock his defender off.
Davis for three. And Garrity of the rebound. Maybe not the best shot in that circumstance.
No, but he probably in his own mind, he thinks I've knocked down 2 of these in a row. Even if I'm a couple of feet behind, I'll check myself out here. See if we get a little heat check.
McGrady, Augman stays with him. Garrity spotting up. Doesn't move, still a three. Puts it in. At Garrity, big shot. And it's back to a 2-point Charlotte lead.
That was a great find by Tracy McGrady. He took Augman off the dribble. He knew Garrity was sitting in the corner and found him there.
Garrity's third three-pointer. 3 minutes left in overtime. David Wesley. P.J. Brown. Brown with another big bucket.
Good ball movement by Charlotte. They made the extra pass there from Augman to P.J. Brown, who knocked down to Jay.
And a timeout call by Doc Rivers.
Boy, playoff basketball doesn't get any better than this. 2 final possessions. McGrady bangs down a 3 to tie the ball game up. And then with 7/10 of a second, Baron Davis with a hot potato leaves his hand, but he does not get the call. Clearly, the shot clock in the background, you see the ball releases, ball in the air, nothing but glass. But unfortunately for the Charlotte Hornets, they've got to go to overtime.
They lead by 4. Still plenty of time left in the OT. Each team gets an additional 3 timeouts in the overtime. 4th on the team fouls. Garrity misfires on the 14 fouls. When you shoot the penalty, they keep it alive. Armstrong for 3. And P.J. Brown the rebound. Armstrong felt he was fouled. He got knocked down afterwards. Again, coming up next, it's from Utah, the Kings and the Jazz. That series tied at 1. This one as well. Davis. P.J. Brown puts it in again. P.J. Brown.
How many times has he knocked down that shot today? I know 2 or 3 times in the 4th quarter alone.
It's point game. Not over yet. 1:20 to play in overtime. Baron Davis and Tracy McGrady, 2 young all-stars who have been just superb today.
He's going to flatten the defense out and take them one.
Foul number 1, Tracy McGrady. His 4th penalty situation.
6-point lead for Charlotte. McGrady his 4th foul, and Davis, who's 3 for 4 from the line, will shoot 2. Davis this season, a poor free throw shooter, only 58% from the line. That's his one weakness.
That's why when they were coming up the floor, he was telling David Webster to handle the ball. You keep it.
Pretty calm on that one. Paul Silas able to smile now. His team up by 7. He wasn't smiling at the end of regulation. And Baron Davis, 2 clutch free throws there. 8-point lead with a minute to play. And another foul on Wesley. Just bad decisions last 2 times down the court defensively for the Charlotte Hornets.
I think Hudson forced the issue there. He did a good job of making contact, forcing the issue, making the referees have to make a call one way or the other. Even though Davis did knock down those last 2.
Magic don't have to foul. They just need a stop. Shot clock winding down. Davis for 3. Knocks it in. Baron Davis from downtown. And it's a 9-point game. 32 points for Baron Davis. A triple-double. And the Hornets on the verge of taking a 2-1 lead in this best-of-5 series.
Well, he just put this team on his back and just carried them this whole overtime.
Brilliance from the 3rd-year guard. Baron Davis and the Hornets. A 9-point advantage. Road win for the Charlotte Hornets. They've done it on the road all season. One of the best road teams in the NBA. And they now take a 2-1 lead in this best-of-5 series. 2nd straight overtime game between these 2 clubs. As Baron Davis fittingly dribbles it out after his triple-double. 33 points, 10 assists, and 14 rebounds as the Charlotte Hornets win it. So for Mike Dunleavy, Chris Raggy, and our entire crew, this is Mike Breen.